Okay, this is it. My tip today is my top three pet peeves on LinkedIn. Hope you're ready for this. It's probably a lot more than three, but here we go. All right, number one. Um, Actually, I'm going to go in reverse. So, number three is the way that most changes are initiated and introduced on LinkedIn. So, this one's for you, LinkedIn. Um, they just make the change and you stumble upon it. Often in our 10 years of doing this business that we're in, we'll discover a new change during a session with a client. We'll say, oh, that looks different. Let me see what they're doing here. And that's how we learn. So, even though we've been teaching people how to make better use of LinkedIn for over a decade, we learn the same way you do. But we also pay attention to other LinkedIn experts. We all try to work together to keep everybody up to speed and on top of all the latest changes. But that's my number three. Okay. Number two is the overuse of mentions. And actually, this is a post from Sharon Gill, who is doing an excellent job of mentioning in her post. Now, mention is generated when you put the @ sign before a person's name or the company name, and it turns it bold and it turns into a link to that person's profile. And that's called a mention. Okay, this is a great example of using it correctly. And she's mentioning some of her clients and she's mentioning a conference that she's at. There's a whole bunch of great things about this post. So good job, Sharon. She's mentioning that she and her husband Wayne are in Chicago for a 3-day conference. This was posted an hour ago, and she's looking forward to catching up with all sorts of people. And then she ends it with a few hashtags and a photo. This is a perfect example of a post, period. Now, when people go to the extreme with mentions, and a lot of times it's in the comments, they'll make a post and then they'll make a comment right on their own post. And the whole comment is line after line after line after line of people that they're connected to on LinkedIn. They are trying to draw attention to the post, but they're doing it in a not so great manner. In my opinion, 9 or 10 lines of mentions is way too much. And I don't appreciate being called into a post with 80 other people. And I think that's the record. I counted up on one post that had me in it. 80 people were mentioned. Please don't do that. That's my second pet peeve. Okay. Number one is invitations that pitch. And those of you who know me know that this is a real big one with us. When you are engaging with people on LinkedIn, when you are building your network, treat it like an in-person networking event. You would not come up to me and shove a business card in my face and say, "Hey, Debbie, you have to work with me because we've done this, this, and this." No, that's a turnoff. And it's the same way on LinkedIn. You need to be professional. You need to engage with that person. First of all, connect with them. Maybe pick up the phone and say hello. Schedule a Zoom call. At least have a trade of some emails or messages. You can do voicemails now in LinkedIn messaging. I mean, there's all sorts of things. Video messaging. There's just a ton of ways to do it right. Please do not assume that I need, want, or even like the idea of your business in my face. So that's my number one pet peeve is people that pitch in the invitation to connect. Just don't do that. It's not going to gain you any gold stars on how you use LinkedIn, and it will probably get you reported. And if you get 5 people that hit that, I don't know this person option, you're going to get restricted. And then you're going to be out of the game altogether. You're not going to be able to access your profile or get into your account. You're gone. So behave properly. Pay attention to those 3 pet peeves and, let me know what yours are. I'd be very interested. I'm Debbie Weems, and that's it for today. I'll see you next time. Thanks.